Come have lunch with me. My name's Sarah Nielsen. I'm an LPC psychotherapist licensed in 4 states in my 20th year of practice. And I have a few different social media channels. I'll discuss those in just a moment. And today we're going to do a mindful eating practice. And so have lunch with me. I specialize in eating disorders, disordered eating, intuitive eating, and a few other things. And you may see this in Intuitive Eating Free Education on Facebook, Counseling with Sarah Nielsen on Facebook, July Moon on Instagram, Tales of a Psychotherapist on YouTube. Let's get into it. And let me point out really quick, my next couple videos that I'm going to be doing, one is going to be on satisfaction and sensory, and then the other one is going to be on adjusting to different new bodies. Some people are having to gain weight in their health journey, and some people are going through weight loss. And it just depends where you're at on your journey and what's appropriate for you, but it is an adjustment on either end. And so I'm going to do a video discussing those. Let's get into mindful eating. So let me tell you a little bit about it, and then we'll practice it in real time. I literally have my lunch right in front of me, waiting to eat it. I'm pretty hungry. So the first thing you want to do is get to an area to eat. This is a bar on our island in our kitchen. One of the next things you want to do is get rid of things such as what I'm on right now. Phones, TVs, books, okay? If you are a person that eats every meal with your phone, you can start with 1 meal a day. You can start with a few times a week, okay? You don't have to just black and white, all or nothing, cold turkey it. You can ease into it. So you're at a place, you've gotten rid of your distractions, and I always recommend the first thing you do is take a few breaths, bring some homeostasis to the body. A lot of people have anxiety about eating, and let's calm the nervous system a little bit. Everything else is in whatever order you want it to be. Gratitude, describing your food, rating your hunger, rating your full, checking in on if it's satisfying, checking in on your emotions, your physical body, okay? So let's get into it. So we've gotten rid of our distractions. We're at a bar, eating area, I should say. The great thing is you can even do these things and nobody knows you're doing them. So we take another breath. Offer some gratitude. In my home, it's prayer. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I'll just say I'm grateful for my food. You can also do that, okay? It doesn't have to be spiritually bound. And then we're going to describe our food, and I'm going to attempt to hold it up. I also have some pasta salad right here next to me that I'm going to add to my plate. This went in a microwave, and so I was going to add it afterwards. So I actually will have that going on here too. But this is easier to stay on the plate. Nope, lost the carrot. So if we're describing, let's try to do that together. Look at your colors. I know that there's only a couple. I'll show you the pasta salad that I'm gonna add some of that to my plate. So you can see spirals, you can see green, you can see kind of a cream off white. You can see squares from the cheese in yellow. You can see spices. You can see the blue bowl. On this plate, you can see the black and white pattern to the plate. You can see kind of the pink, I guess you could say, to the ham. You can see, I'm gonna hold on to my carrots. You can see the different marks on the hand. See right there? You can see the oblong spherical shape of the carrots and the orange. And even looking at this one, right? Do you see that? How you can see like the different lines on it? You can see this guy sticking up. Okay. So we describe, so we've breathed, with gratitude, we've described. Let's check in on our physical and our emotions. Physically, I'm just going to do this honestly. I'm not feeling great today. My throat's hurting, and I'm worried that I'm coming down with something. Emotionally, I feel good. I feel calm, kind of in the middle. Like, I don't want to say, it's not blah, but you know what I mean? Just calm, kind of peaceful. Hunger, I am pretty hungry. So you can describe your hunger or you can rate your hunger. If I were to rate it, I would say a 4, which is like pleasant hunger. If I were to describe it, I would say my stomach is making noise. I definitely notice my stomach and I'm aware of it, and I can feel because I'm spending more time talking. Now I can feel some hunger pangs come in. So there is breathing, gratitude, describing, physical, emotional. We've rated our hunger. Is this satisfying? Well, I don't know. I haven't ate it yet, but I believe it is. Okay, so now let's get to it. I'm going to set this down in between for the sake of the video. So, this is hard to do both. So, let me put another bite in, a small one. We can observe at the beginning, we can observe throughout, okay? When it first comes in, hold it for a second. Catch some of the flavors. What's it feel like in your mouth? What does it taste like? Try to take quite a few bites. Or chewing, more extended chewing. It aids in your digestion, by the way. Most people don't chew enough, actually, is what they say. And that affects our digestion. That carrot's not just cooked as much as the others. It's not bad. It's just an observation. I got my interesting drink concoction again today. And you can hear it. I'm pouring a drink into my glass on some ice. All right, we'll do a little bit of ham. We'll do a little bit of pasta. And then we'll wrap it up. I'm going to cut a little piece. And I'm going to use my fingers. Because that's how I like to eat ham. It's really helpful to set your silverware down in between bites. It really does slow you down. I was always a fast eater. Always. Why? I don't know. There was no competition. There was no big family. Nothing like that. Just always fast eater. Setting them down in between bites can really slow you down and help you. And let's get a little bit of the pasta salad. We'll do a bite of that and then we'll wrap it up. Okay, so I'm not really far enough in to kind of re-gauge hunger and full, but we'll pretend that I am. I made this yesterday. That's good. I made myself try pasta salad probably not until my 30s because I didn't think I would like it because I didn't feel like pasta was meant to be cold. Sometimes we have our own little quirky food rules. But then I discovered I really like it. Hence the message of trying things. So if we were going to go ahead and re-rate, I'd want to cue more into fullness. And I haven't ate very much. So clearly I'm not very full. I have lots more room to go. But it's just a point of example sake. So I'm sorry this video is long. Every once in a while I do these mindful eating videos because I feel like they get lost in the shuffle. And so I like to re-record them. I tried to do it every month or two, but so that way they stay up there. But try this. Also an insight timer. If you search my name, I have an eating meditation where you can follow along. And you don't have to do the video. You could do the insight timer. And I have other talks on intuitive eating, other psychotherapy talks, and other meditations recorded. And so I encourage you to do that. Thanks for having lunch with me.